again, Sharratt here with another top tip for EFT practitioners. Now, when you learned EFT, perhaps at level 1 or level 2, almost certainly your trainer talked about something called the apex effect. Do you remember that? So I want to give you an example of the apex effect in action. I worked with a woman who had a fear of dogs, and it was quite inhibiting her lifestyle. She didn't like going out for walks because there were always dogs around. And we did, I think, maybe 3 sessions around dogs. And one event that had happened when she was a child, and her friend had had a big Alsatian and it had jumped at her and she'd been quite scared. She came back to see me, it was after Christmas, and she'd been at a place over Christmas where there were a lot of dogs she didn't know, huge number of dogs. And her husband said to her, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Well, I'm patting the dogs." And he said, "But you're scared of dogs." Now, this is a classic apex effect. She didn't remember that she had a fear of dogs because she didn't anymore. So she was stroking these dogs very happily. And it was only her husband's comment that made her realise. And she actually booked a session to come and tell me that this had happened. So that is classic apex effect. Clients forget what has happened and they maybe don't give credit to EFT. It's not because they're nasty people. It's not because they're dismissing what you've done. It's because they genuinely don't remember that they used to have this problem. The brain's been rewired, and we know that happens with EFT. So don't stress about it. Make good notes. Ask clients, maybe go back to session 1. When you first came, these 15 things were going on. How are those now? And that's a great way to measure how far you're getting on with the client. So don't worry about the apex effect, but accept that it really does happen and just be aware of it. I hope that's useful for you, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very, very soon.